It's the little things. Hey guys, Omar here. Today I thought it'd be fun if we talked about stuff that gets no play. It's just behind the scenes little things that I've purchased that I like. I thought they deserved like a little screen time. So let's start with this first one here. I was never a power bank person, but I have been loving this power bank by Anker for travel, for being on the beach, and also peace of mind if you forget batteries for your camera, because most cameras can be charged with this, lights can be charged with this. This Anker power bank, small but powerful. Probably the tiniest thing on this list, this little shutter release button gives me so much joy and pleasure. It actually feels great on the camera, and it has a little textured edge which matches my X Pro 2 and a lot of the other cameras. Travel plug. I used to bring all these bricks and adapters when going to Europe, but I found this one which is really, really great because it has the European charger on there, and it's got, you know, extra plugs, but also you can just put your charging cables right into it. I'm sure they have it the other way too with the US plug, and you know what I'm saying. Next is my solar powered G-Shock watch. I love this thing. I have watches that are fancier and nicer, but this is the one I wear all the time because it's lightweight, it doesn't need a battery, it uses the sun to charge its internal battery, it has different time zones, it goes underwater, it's comfortable, and I've tried more expensive G-Shock watches, but this cheapo, this one's considerably cheaper than most of them, is absolutely perfect. Okay, oh, this is one of my favorites. This is my little SD card wallet. Ooh, sorry, Velcro warning. This is by Think Tank, and what I love about it most is it has a lot of pouches. You can put your business card here, and also the best thing is it's always tethered to my bag while I'm working. This pen, yes, a pen. This is a Sakura, what's it called? This little thing is great. I use this to label everything. It's permanent archival ink. I write on light stands, I write on my flashes, the different group numbers. I label my cameras Omar sometimes. So I love this marker for its goldness and how permanent it is. Don't get it on your hands. My color checker passport. This is great if you are in weird lighting conditions. I always take a photograph of the gray card here. And also, X-Rite has software which lets you, if lighting is mixed or weird, if you have a picture of this pattern, you could use the software to make a profile and sort of fix a lot of color problems. So I always have this in my bag. It's little, but it makes a huge difference, and I use it all the time. Little cameras. Okay, my favorite little camera for family capturing is still the little ZV-1. There are better cameras out there. There are faster cameras out there. But this one, I just love that I open. I talk to my kids, I interview my kids. It's out there to sort of record our lives. And I've just been shooting everything in 1080p on this thing, small files, they look great. And Sony makes a cheaper version of this, which is like $395, I think. Now, two other cameras that are smaller than that is the DJI Pocket 3. I've been using this for content creation, for vlogging. This is a great little YouTube camera. I don't like it as much for capturing the family. I like the ZV-1 still for that. But this guy's great for behind the scenes if I'm shooting, and also for vlogging during YouTube. Now, you can't strap this to, you know, if you're going scuba diving or snowboarding or you're in the pool, so you have to have an action camera. And I don't like any of the action cameras. So I actually went back a couple of generations and bought a cheapie. This is the DJI Action 2, which is so small. I actually used this in the video, the mermaid video I shot. I just had this on my chest like this to capture behind the scenes. And if you shoot the full sensor, which is a 4x3, this little tiny guy takes really great video. This thing, not the Fujifilm X-T20. If you don't have a flip screen on your camera, this little Ulanzi mirror thing is great because you can actually see yourself on the screen if you don't have a flip out screen. And it actually has grooves, little cold shoes, if you want to put a microphone on there. This is a super clamp. Super clamp, so useful. You put this little thing on there and you can mount lights, you can mount cameras on there. I use this all the time at events where like the DJ puts up these big poles and these big lights. I can actually super clamp my flashes in different locations on rafters and things like that. So the super clamp is a necessity in my life, and I never talk about it because it's small, it's dumb, it's like, how are you gonna make a video about that? Then here's another one. One of my favorite ways to mount a flash, like a speed light, is this Magmod. And the best thing about this is how it quickly can lean without having to unscrew anything. You could do everything single-handed, which I actually love. Hard drives. Now, my favorite hard drives are the SanDisk little guys. They're great for travel, and I also run my Lightroom catalogs off there and put all my jobs on there. Now, those hard drives are great for photo, but for video, they get a little too hot, I think. So I have my own enclosure that I made. So I bought 2 terabytes of storage, but if that fills up, I can take that out and buy new storage and use the enclosure over and over, as opposed to buying a bunch of different video hard drives. So for lighting, I like this Aperture Tiny Light. It's magnetic, it's small, the battery lasts a long time. And yeah, it's just great to have, not only for photography and videography, but if you're going camping or anything. This light is really nice to have, and it's so small and portable. It also can be charged with my brick that's over there in case it runs out of battery. And then to mount it, I have these little small rig little dudes. This one's called the Vlogger, I think, by Small Rig, but these are great to put on a cold shoe. And you could put anything on these guys. You could put a little screen on here. You could put this light on there. Card reader, card reader. Now, to read all these memory cards, I use this pro grade card reader that has been great. It reads CF cards, SD cards, and then with an adapter, mini SD cards. And last but not least, the thing that is most important is peace and quiet. So, you know, like when your neighbor loves their leaf blower way too much. For editing, for any kind of naps that I take, the AirPods Pro is my go-to. And then for the airplane, I love these Sony noise canceling headphones because I can either use Bluetooth or they have a hard wire in case you need to hardwire into the movie on the airplane if it's an older airplane. Something small we never talk about, but yeah, sound isolation. It's the little things. All right, I'll see you guys next time.